What's up, everybody? Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and it's not because of the parties or even the dressing up. It's because of the candy. But as we all know, candy can disrupt most training programs. However, I'm going to show you how to take that sugar high and utilize it as fuel for this high intensity trick or train GBG workout. Positional awareness and ownership. Here we go. We're walking it out of this single leg RDL. Be sure to use the base of your palm so we can get that shoulder activation. Get outside that elbow. Keep the knee low as we crawl back through the palms. Own this skater squat. Own this active back leg single leg RDL. Rinse and repeat on the other side. An oldie but goodie with a GBG twist. We're adding a lateral step with rotation, and we get to use that opposite arm to push through the floor and create more rotation. Key takeaways here is we want to push through those lunge steps back into a single leg stance, stick that landing and be in full control. This stretch right here feels scary good. Push-up position, one of the main takeaways I want you to focus on is our actual foot placement relative to the start prone position. You want to make sure you're actually extending the leg straight across the body at around 90 degrees from where you started. You're going to come across the body, reach, grab the opposing arm. Once you find that tension, pull. That energy right there is what creates the mobility in the system, as well as a little bit of stability. Enjoy. Big emphasis on posterior tilt. Really want to make sure we can access that front hip flexor as we overhead reach. Big scorpion kick to really access length in that stance leg. Once again, with that big reach and posterior tilt. Look at the active dorsiflexion, that skater ankle rock. I think that that's a really good way to practice pushing that knee over the toe. We're trying to own single leg stability by creating motion at the knee joint, at the hip joint, and at the ankle joint. Dynamic single leg stability work. We have a single leg hinge or RDL with some crescent kicking both inward as well as outward. These kicks not only act as active range of motion, but also perturbation for that single leg balance. Oh yeah, it is prime time. Priming those tissues. Leaning into the wall, creating this acceleration position, heavy pressure through the palms. Notice the knees stay bent and all the motion is happening through the ankle. By far the most underrated, underutilized performance / prime time exercises in the book, overcoming ISOs. We're getting into this acceleration posture. Big emphasis and focus on pushing through that back leg because that is the main driver of propulsion into that palm. Push the damn wall over, people. We are taking a very traditional wall acceleration drill and adding a little GBG twist. Keep those knees slightly flexed as we reciprocate and obviously maintain stiff ankles from pop to pop. Super effective exercise at training ankle stiffness. The goal is to land forefoot heavy, explosively projecting the hip as high as possible, utilizing the wall to catch the free leg, limiting balance as a factor. Yes, we have made it to the main event. The main focus, intense, intense, intense. One of the key factors that you want to think about, trying to maintain quality spinal posture. That's why we have the elevated push-up grips. But other than that, get high, move fast, get after it. Extremely difficult exercise to get depth in if you lack ankle mobility. The main thing I want to talk about here is providing some sort of heel elevation to allow proper depth. This exercise is about the pedal to the metal. It's about intensity and it's about how hard can you push yourself. Be sure to keep the base of your palms as the main point of contact. Find your rhythm, explode in and out of your crawl. Let's get it. Great exercise combining conditioning as well as quality lateral movement. We want to make sure that when we lunge, that foot stays flat, the hip sits back, and the knee projects forward over the toe, not out. And don't forget to throw a little bit of MJ Thriller flair into that last rep. Did you survive? Most of y'all need to stay out of your little brothers and sisters' candy anyways. But in the meantime, be on the lookout for GBG Hoops app dropping at the end of this year, as well as subscribing to all of our social channels for all things GBG.